Welcome to the Mile 20 podcast where epic shit happens. My name is Lori and I'm here with my bestie.
Laura, I wasn't ready for that, dude.
I'm bringing
whoa.
I'm bringing the energy tonight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, tonight we will be discussing the I-35 challenge part 2.
Part 2.
Yes.
Yes.
The Des Moines, Iowa Marathon.
No, really.
We will do the good.
Really, yeah. And the bad.
And the ugly.
And the ugly.
It was a lot of both.
It was a lot of both.
But before we dive in,
Yes.
how was your weekend? Was your epic week up?
My weekend was very nice. We took my mom and my sister, Maddie, and I to the King of Prussia Mall on Saturday. Girl, I have not been in a mall in a couple of years. Probably since like when Maddie got married and just like, you know, shopping for a couple of things for her.
Yeah.
But I don't do mall shopping anymore. And I used to love going to the mall. I could not believe how many freaking people were in the mall. Like, it was an insane amount of people. But my mom hit the mother load. So we went to the mall because we are going to Paris at the end of the month.
Yay!
For my sister's 50th birthday, which
So
was
exciting.
last year. And my mom is she'll be 82 at the end of the year, and she's never been to Paris. So we're going to spend a nice girls' weekend together. But we were like, Mom, you can't go looking like a 81-year-old Marge.
No, you've got to look like super chic.
We hit the mother load of all places for her, J. Crew.
Oh, I believe it.
And I mean, I love J. Crew, right? But I was like, oh, we're not going to find anything in here. But, you know, my sister and Maddie were like, Maddie's like, come on, let's go in here. And next thing you know, we're like throwing clothes at Mom, and I'm in the dressing room with her, and she was going to turn down like a pair of pants today or the other day because they were a little too long on her. And I'm like, Mom, you can get them hemmed. I can't hem. And I'm like, I got a lady who can hem for me. So I brought it down to like A+ Cleaners. Last night I drove her over to her house and I pinned up her pants. I was like, what shoes are you going to wear? You know,
Yeah.
Put them on, and I pinned up her pants for her, and I just brought them down, and I'm like, sew them. So we did that on Saturday with a nice dinner at Founding Farmers in King of Prussia.
That's
So that
nice.
was really nice. And then Sunday morning, I got up like wicked early, probably 5:30 in the morning, because Jim and I, i.e. Laura, was hosting Easter dinner for the whole family. So we had like 14 of us at the house. And I hadn't done shit other than I set the table Friday night. That's really what I did on Friday.
Yeah.
So we got the bobo in the water on Friday morning as well. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So how about you?
Let's see. Saturday morning, you and I ran 12 miles.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I ran 12 miles in the middle of all of that too.
Yes, you did. We ran 12 miles, and it was a hilly Chester Springs 12 miles. So it's always fun to get, 1,000 feet of elevation first thing on a Saturday morning.
Yep. Yep.
And then
I was exhausted after that.
I
don't know
know.
about you, but I was really tired.
Well, I rebounded because I had to. So DJ's birthday was on Monday, but on Saturday, Mari and he had kind of arranged for me and Dave, Maggie, and Connor. Unfortunately, Ella couldn't make it because she was still at school, to go down to the city, and we kind of did a
City,
little
i.e. Philly.
yeah. And did a little bit of a bar crawl. So like went to Old City Beer Garden, and then went
That's always
to
solid.
Yeah, and then went to Brownies.
I don't know what Brownies is. Like
It's literally like one of those really tiny bars. It's like a bar.
Is it in
And it's
his
real thin.
neighborhood?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And then I think they have an upstairs. I think I saw stairs upstairs, but I didn't really investigate. It's one of
It's
those.
okay not to investigate in a
Yeah,
bar
like the
like that.
bathroom was totally sketchy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like what DJ and Mari, like it's their local
Yeah, no,
bar.
that's cool.
That's where they like to hang out. And then we went out to dinner, and I can't remember where we went, but it was like at Head House Square, kind of
Okay.
in that area. And then we went to another little pub after that on South Street. But it's a nice night.
Nice.
And then for Easter, we were kind of lazy in the morning. And then we went over to my dad and Tori's, and the whole family was kind of there in the evening. So we had a lovely evening visiting. And it was so fun watching the Flyers win on Sunday night with my brothers around. We were all cheering them on.
I was going to say, are you going to mention the Flyers? Because you mentioned that when we were running yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm trying to watch the score for tonight, too, because they're playing the New Jersey Devils tonight. And, every point counts. We're just trying to make the playoffs right now. So, I think that was about it. Other than today, I'm coming hot off the press. My friend Barb and I have been there's a trail that goes from Valley Forge National Park and connects west of Harrisburg to the Appalachian Trail. It's about 140 miles. And literally have been sectioning this shit since 2020.
Yeah, you guys started that during
the heart
COVID.
of COVID. And I feel like every year we do less and less, but we're trying to finally get it done. So we are all the way out by Hershey, Pennsylvania. And we did about 6 miles today, but it wasn't spectacular. It was like city walking, and it was like a necessary part of the trail just to get to the good stuff.
You said you had trouble with like seeing the blazes, the trail blazes as well.
Yeah, it was poorly marked today.
Yeah.
Poorly marked. And
that's frustrating when you get to that.
It's been very fabulous. Like sections of it are gorgeous, and it's such a cool trail, but yeah, today's section sucked.
Yeah.
It just sucked.
Well, you can't have it all good.
No, you can.
Yeah.
But here I am. No makeup, looking all dirty and gross.
That's okay.
I'm here.
That's okay. Most people do not watch our videos on YouTube.
That
if you
is
want to
true.
see Lori on YouTube today on YouTube.
Subscribe.
Well, I know. I also told you I went to the doctor today just for a checkup, and I had this like really weird like little ball mass on the arch of my foot.
Yeah, this is not okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt when I run or anything like that, but I'm like, that probably shouldn't be there. And it was kind of alarming when your primary care doctor is like, I have no freaking idea what that is. You need to go to a podiatrist. I found it.
Oh, when did you find it?
So it was when we were in St. Kitts, and you're sitting on a lounge chair without shoes on.
I'm just hearing about this now?
Without shoes on. Well, because the thing didn't bother me, right? And so I'm sitting there without shoes on, and I'm sitting, crisscross style. And I don't know, I just had my hands on my feet, on the bottom of my feet. And like, I was rubbing my feet, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell is that? And I mean, I'll have to show you later on. It's, I'll show you my ball on my foot.
Do I have to pay for it?
Just don't take pictures of it, because I might make some money off of that later on. So more to come on that. I'm just hoping that it's something that is just a cyst. But when they were like, cysts aren't usually hard, I'm like, fuck. So anyway, we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
Yes. Yep.
Feet or shoes, not allowed.
No, not at all.
All right. Should we dive in?
Yeah. The Des Moines Marathon.
Yes. Hopefully you joined us last week where we did the first half. So back in 2021, mid-October, there is a thing called the I-35 Challenge, which is, it can be a variety of things to different people. For us, it meant getting 2 marathon states done in one weekend.
On Saturday and Sunday
yes.
of the same weekend.
So our last episode, we touched on the Kansas City Marathon, which we ran on Saturday. And now this is the second half that we ran on Sunday. We drove 2.5 hours. We hopped in the car.
We did. We as we mentioned last week, we ate quick. We had some barbecue at the Kansas City Marathon finish.
Yep.
And then we hopped in the car. But we had some snacks. We definitely had prepared.
Yes.
For like being, because you're starving. You're I don't know about you, but I crave salt.
Yes.
Like bad. Like I love like eating potato chips. So we had picked up some like just our own little snacks of what we thought we would want. I think you had almonds. I was like, I don't want fucking almonds. I want freaking potato chips.
I think I also had
what chips?
I had like an Uncrustable and a Go-Go squeeze too.
I know. You were like, what do I want? What do I want? I'm gonna eat it all. It's like, because we're running like 52.4 miles in 2 days?
Yes, for sure.
I'm eating freaking chips.
Yeah, and it was by the time we hit the car, so like we had to pack up that morning before Kansas City, like, and have all our shit in the car, so we were ready to drive to Des Moines.
That was an early morning.
It was. So we hopped in the car right after and started driving up I-35 to Des Moines. 2.5 hours. We did make a pit stop on the way because we both got hungry and we're like, doesn't Chipotle sound good?
Yeah.
Now, if you had followed us also through like our, which one was that? Ocean City.
Ocean City.
That was Ocean City Marathon episode. You know how that played out, having Chipotle the day before
I feel like
race.
I need gas X just talking about Chipotle right now. Like, seriously.
I had amnesia as to how that played out for me during Des Moines, but we will get to that. But we had Chipotle, and it was just so good at the time.
I think we had bowls, like you know, and man, those chips with the
tasted
salsa and the salt and
the guac.
The guac.
It just hit so hard on the way to Des Moines.
But what I freaking loved is that we got into the car and we were still wearing our outfits that we were wearing, our running clothes that we wore for the Kansas City Marathon with our bibs still on. Now, I did get 2 sets of custom shirts for us for this race. So the first race that we ran, the shirt said same time, same distance tomorrow.
Yes.
With a question mark. And then the shirts that we wore on the next day for Des Moines said, didn't we just run a marathon yesterday?
Yes.
So that was that, you know, just acknowledging that, you know, that we went up to pick up our bibs in Des Moines with our race bibs still on from Kansas City.
Well, I think we thought that would be funny.
Yes.
If we took a picture with our bibs from Des Moines in our Kansas City bibs.
Yes. and it is a classic picture.
It is.
Like, it's one of those things where we're like, holy shit, man. Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to vomit a little in my mouth. But
I'll tell you why I wanted to vomit in my mouth in a little bit. That the morning that we woke up for the race. I will tell you why.
Yes. So Des Moines has a lot of options. There is a marathon, half, relay, 10K, 5K, 1 mile walk. In addition to all that, there's more.
Do they have an 18-mile option where they could stop and still get a medal?
I don't see that anywhere.
Okay. No. That's just Los Angeles. Sorry, I'm going back to that again.
There is the I-35 challenge between Des Moines and Kansas City, but there is now also, which is a good time to introduce what we will be doing come June.
Oh, yeah, we got more races coming up, girl.
There is another new challenge.
I probably need to tell Jim about the races we signed up for before he listens to this episode.
Probably.
Okay.
I think I told Dave. If not, hi, honey.
Yeah,
This is going to be happening in June. So also now there's another challenge in conjunction with the Des Moines, Iowa race. There is the Corridor to Capital Challenge that includes
That's a mouthful.
The Cedar Rapids Marathon in June and then the Des Moines Marathon in October. You can mix and match between the full and the halves with that challenge, same as the I-35 challenge. But no, I have no intention of wanting to run Des Moines in October. We are just going to be doing Cedar Rapids coming up on June 6th or 7th.
I've never been to Cedar Rapids. Have you?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. And it's their inaugural year of a marathon as well.
and we also said that we have never run an inaugural race. Wow.
That's a mouthful.
Like ever.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to get back to Iowa because the first round left me feeling lacking.
Well, so
but we can get there.
Yes. Yeah, and now I had been to Iowa a lot. And especially Des Moines, Iowa, a lot before we ran this marathon in 2021, because when I was working for another company, we had offices out there. And I went out there at least like once a month.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Like, I went to Des Moines a lot.
It's a cute town.
It is a really cute town.
Yeah.
But we didn't spend a lot of time there.
No, because we only had Saturday and then we left Monday.
Right.
And we did fly into Kansas City and out Des Moines.
Yes.
I was a little confused in my memory, thinking that we went back to Kansas City, but we in fact did not. We had one-way ticket. I mean, we flew out of Des Moines.
Yes. No, we totally did.
So we kind of rolled up straight into the expo, which is in Cowles Commons. And it was like a full legit expo. I can't remember much about it.
Yeah, because you and I just like, we got our bib. I think we walked around just a little bit, and then we were like, dude, we gotta go eat our food and like just get rest.
Which I don't really recall.
We ate
what
the Chipotle
we ate that night.
We ate Chipotle.
We ate Chipotle?
Yes, we did not actually grab Chipotle on the way. We grabbed Chipotle afterward because we were at like a mall, and we waited like forever to get the food. But it was after we went and got our bibs, because we took the food and then we went back and we ate the Chipotle at the hotel.
Interesting.
Yes.
So in 2021, when we ran Des Moines, there was about 1,031 people who finished it. Now it's up to about 1,889 finishers.
Okay.
Still a 7-hour course limit. Now, I will make a note that we did finish in 7:01. So we were
a lot of hours out there, girl.
We were 1 minute past the cutoff time.
We were running.
This will be important later in our story for today.
We were running with a lot of other people too that were doing the I-35 challenge.
Yeah, we were not alone.
We were not alone, and like, I mean, everybody was like running about the same speed as us.
Yeah,
at
slow
least,
as hell.
Yeah, slow as hell. Because we just ran a marathon the day before.
It was a get her done kind of situation.
Absolutely.
The start usually starts for the full and half start together at 8 a.m. And we stayed at the Renaissance.
Yes.
Savoy?
Savory.
Savory Hotel, which is a historic hotel.
Yes.
Part of the Marriott chain.
It was a pretty hotel.
It was, and everything was pretty walkable.
Yeah, and it was
there.
a lot of Art Deco architecture in downtown Des Moines.
Yeah,
because of just when they hit their heyday in the
just
early
like
1900s.
all of those Midwestern towns. So it was like
nice industrial era.
Yeah, this hotel was built in 1919 and was at one time the highest building in Des Moines at 12 stories.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Their claim to fame.
But I did think you would think that this was cool. So in World War II, I've got to read this. In World War II, the Women's Army Corps actually used the building as an induction center and supplemental barracks. About 70,000 people went through that building during World War II. But I thought it was kind of cool because of your connection with women in the Army.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I'm like, it's a cool little note about that building.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, but it was really well located. We could walk to the expo. We could walk to the start and finish, which was in the same area.
Highly recommend this hotel if you're going to run Des Moines to stay at this one.
Yeah,
great location.
Mm-hmm. The course has changed a lot since we ran it in 2021. A lot of the same things kind of are similar, like you still have the backdrop of the state capitol building. There's a really cool segment around mile 9-ish, 10-ish where you run around the Drake University track.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
It was wonderful. Yeah. I remember thinking, "Oh my God, this bounciness is like heavenly."
I know. I could have taken that for the rest of the race.
I know, it felt like a pillow.
Yeah. But it also like it was cool, but it was also like, I gotta run around in a circle, and I'm like, I can see where I have to run to.
Yeah, and that was like a little out and back, that whole section,
yes.
and it's the same.
Yeah,
like that out and back is still there.
Okay.
And then we spent a lot of time. I remember in the Waterworks Park on like a trail system.
Girl, we were in that park forever.
We were.
Like forever. And that's like trail running in there.
Yeah. Not like dirt trail.
Not dirt trail, but like it's like
a 6-foot paved trail.
Yeah, like a paved trail.
Deal.
But it's like a trail system. And I just felt like we never were going to get out of that park. Do you remember when we hit the Waterworks? Like it was like towards the end of like when we were coming out of the park. And there were a ton of like vehicles. There were volunteers, and they had like a food cart there for the volunteers. They were freaking partying. They had like a party bus. And,
well, if you remember correctly, somebody sped by us.
Yes.
In a golf cart.
Yes.
And they were like,
an older gentleman.
They were like, "How you doing?" And we're like, "Do you have Fireball?" And I don't even know why.
And they were like,
they were like, "Fireball, hold on," and they pulled off.
Like,
and
they
went
sped
somewhere.
away, and we were like, okay, whatever.
Okay. And then they came back and like holding a bottle of Fireball. And
we're like, we just
my
manifested
God.
that.
Yes, and these two lovely gentlemen had Fireball.
Yes.
And we wound up drinking 2 cups.
Yes, and 2 cups, and that made that rest of that time in that park just swell.
Yeah. I would say like running back-to-back marathons that morning.
That's what I want to talk about. Feeling like I wanted to throw up. KT tape saved me.
Yeah.
Because I taped the hell out of my legs. Because Kansas City was hilly.
Yeah.
Kansas City was hilly. The beginning of the Des Moines marathon was hilly.
Yes.
The back part in the park and like where we're finishing, not as hilly, but the front end, hilly. I went to bed, if you recall, with like I was laced in like freaking KT tape. I was just like had it all. I think I took a picture of it like all over me. But what made me kind of like gag in the next morning was thinking about having to eat goo again for a second day in a row.
Oh God!
Like not goo, but like we do like honey stingers and like little honey stinger blocks and stuff.
Were we still on goo back then though? We may have still been on
we
goo.
We might have still been on
we
goo.
May not have made that change
I don't remember
yet.
when we made the changeover. I'd have to check my Amazon account to see when I started ordering it.
Yeah.
But we might have still been on goo at that time. Maybe. I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. It's
but
all
anyway,
the same.
it was just the thought of like putting that into your tummy again, you know? But when we woke up, that the Sunday morning before the Des Moines race, I remember you and I having a conversation while we were both like in bed, and I was like, how are you? How was your body? And I mean, that's real because, we were pretty determined to go and do this together.
Yeah.
And one false like anything could have, put the alignment of the universe, out of whack. And man, we got lucky.
Well, I feel like we kind of got up and did the squat test. Like you get up and you're like, let's see how we are. And you kind of squat down. And you're like, well, all right. It's not too bad. It could be worse.
I know.
Not great. Not bad.
I know. It's just that was tough though. That was tough. Like I'm putting my sneakers back on. I'm putting like we did have clean running clothes, but it was just like, it's like it felt like it wasn't like that exciting. I have butterflies in my stomach. I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, it was a fuck my life moment.
Yes. That is exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like once we kind of got out there,
we
were at the start line. It was a really pretty sunrise, and we had the Capitol building behind us.
It was.
And it was a pretty Capitol building.
It was. And it was chilly when we started because we had hats on. And
yeah. It was like 43, I think, in the morning.
Yeah, but then it finished out in like the low 70s.
Yeah.
So that's a big jump,
throughout
a race.
A beautiful day. Like that's almost what you want. You almost want it to stay in the 60s, more like the Kansas City day, but it got a little warm, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
So we did have some really cool things that we saw, or interesting things that we saw out on course.
We did.
Yeah. We had some fun, I would say. The front half of that marathon was good. There became some questionable things towards the middle second half.
Yeah, so let's go through some of the good stuff, and then we'll get to the stuff that
the
pissed us off.
neighborhoods were really fun.
They were.
People had shit.
People came out. They had beverages. At some point in time, like because Lori and I will do this, we'll get like a vibe, of the like we pick up on the vibe of a race and like the spectators.
We're willing to match that vibe.
And so if spectators have prosecco, we're like, I'm gonna have some prosecco. Like I remember there being one neighborhood where they had like a spread. And you and I both grabbed some Proseccos from them. And so I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it was fabulous. One of my favorites was we were running by and they actually had like a whole string of bacon. Like strips of bacon hanging from like, was it like clothespin clips?
Yeah, I don't remember. But like,
I'm like, are people eating that?
Well, we got a picture of you like
pretending
to eat the bacon, but you did not touch the bacon.
But I was tempted.
Yeah.
I was really tempted.
Yeah.
What else did we see? Geez. Well, I guess things started going bad after that.
Yeah, it's like we hit the bacon and then Drake University and then it went bad.
Well, am I wrong? No. One more thing that was good. Let's go back.
Okay.
Back to positive.
Back.
There was some really cool bike ferries is what I call them. I don't even remember what their term actually was.
It was something angels.
But I had never seen this at a race, and every race should have these as volunteers.
They had extra water on them. They had like medicals. They were not medics, but they had medical supplies like Band-Aids or, just
Vaseline,
stuff like that. They had snacks. They had sunscreen.
Yeah.
And they had big mule packs attached to their bikes, and they just kept riding back and forth on the trail. It was like just the coolest thing, because I don't think we've ever seen that in another race.
We never have.
Yeah.
But I feel like we saw them through the first half, and then the Angels had like a gathering somewhere, and we saw all the bikes.
In that waterworks park.
Yeah.
It was in that waterworks park, and that's where like all the volunteers were, and then they like just had like this huge party.
And then they stayed there. and we never saw them again.
Yeah.
But it was really cool, and I thought, what a great thing to know that if for any reason I had an emergency, that somebody was at least close by.
And they had cell phones and stuff too, and radios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the neighborhoods, very pretty.
Yes, very pretty. Yeah, Des Moines.
Tree-lined roads.
Des Moines is a nice town.
But I do remember around the halfway point.
Oh, Lori.
Did we, am I recalling that we saw actually like big dump trucks, like garbage trucks that were picking up the garbage in front of us at the halfway point?
Yes.
And we were on pace.
Yes, we hit the halfway point, and so it was an out and back. And it like, and there were still people running like behind us.
Yeah.
And the garbage trucks started coming in like the other direction, and started like clearing off the course.
Yeah, but I remember them being on our side
Yes,
because we were following them.
Yes, they eventually came on our side, and we were behind them, and you and I were like out of our minds, because we're like,
this is disgusting. It smelled.
Right, and it was like, why the hell are they picking up garbage like while we're still running? It was so unsafe.
Yeah, and we were on pace.
And we were on pace. We were not at that point in time. We were not
as far behind
pace. Like, yeah, that happened more towards the very end.
Yeah, well, that was partly my fault.
That's okay.
That was more my fault. So there's probably about 5 pictures of Laura selfieing in front of Porta John's that I visited.
But I'm like, where's Lori?
I'm in the Porta John behind you.
Can you say Chipotle?
Yeah. I don't know how I forgot. Well, maybe I don't think I blamed Chipotle. I think I blamed 2 marathons in 2 days.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's got to be like eating the goose and like just, like that.
Not Chipotle. Why would Chipotle do that to me?
And then we both eat Chipotle before like Ocean City, and then both have issues the next day with Chipotle.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no
like,
Chipotle.
No Chipotle.
No Chipotle before a marathon.
Tastes good, but not before a marathon.
No, after marathon, yes.
Yeah,
encourage Chipotle anytime you want, just not the
not for us.
No, not before the marathon. Yeah, so 4 to 5.
Maybe that should be the Chipotle challenge. Like, can you eat Chipotle before
and
a
not
marathon
shit
and not
your brains
shit your brains out the next day?
I don't want to take that challenge at all.
Yeah. So we ended up slowing down a lot, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you're in distress, you're in distress, and you got to take care of it. So
yes. Another highlight was between mile 19 and 20.
What was that?
You have an awesome video. So a lot of times being back of the pack,
this was nice.
We don't get full entertainment. A lot of the bands are done. They're worn out because they've had a trying day, I'm sure, of playing their instruments all for hours.
Yeah.
And we get there and they're just done. Like maybe somebody's drumming a little. That's about the best we get. What was that?
I don't know. It was a bunch of like older people. They looked like to be like in their 70s. Yeah. And it was like a big band. They had trumpets and horns and they were playing like some really cool music, and I took a video of them, and we were very, very happy because we were about 5.5 hours into the marathon and they were still playing. Yeah. So good for them.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. That was a highlight.
Yeah. But the one thing I do have to say is that the Des Moines, Iowa had a sufficient number of porta-johns along the course.
They did. They had a prolific amount.
Because if it was like some of the other races that we've done as of recent, you would have been screwed.
I would have been pooping off the side of the road
You
somewhere.
would have been like, where's Laura's buff? I need the buff.
It'd have been bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. And then the other piece that really kind of ticked us off is that they started running out of water towards the end, if you remember, and then there wasn't any staff at like any of the water tables, which we've seen in other races where like people just like leave the water, but it was like 3 cups, 4 cups, you know, and it was hot, it was in the 70s when we finished. So that was like a wah-wah. But then what really got us,
which thank God stomach started settling down a little bit.
Yeah. Because not only were they picking up garbage early, they started picking up the porta-johns early. Y'all.
We were at mile 23.
And we were like, there's still tons of people behind us. You can't pick those up. They're like, this is the time that they told us to pick
them up. Yeah.
And we were not, at that point in time, we were not behind on the finish time. We finished at 7 hours.
It was 7-hour marathon. We finished at 7:01.
So I don't know where the mix up was or why those people were saying that was the time. But I mean, I felt so bad for anybody behind us who needed porta-johns because they were picking them up off of the course. There was no porta-johns anymore.
At this point, we're like, because we had the garbage issue and now we're legit a little bit like, what the fuck with this race right now?
And then then two more whammies happen.
What's the other? I know the one.
Well,
the road.
The road. You tell about the road.
All right. So then we are coming into the finish.
We turn a corner off of this main road, and it's a side road.
It's almost like a small little cut-through road that really didn't seem like it was in a significant thoroughfare. So to keep that closed for another 2 minutes would not have been a big deal. But we were coming into the finish. It was like a short little thoroughfare and then down an alley into the finish. And there were cars coming at us. They opened up the road.
They totally opened up the road.
And I'm like, and cars are coming at me.
And there were no sidewalks for us to run on. It was like the road was where the finish was.
I was like, what the fuck?
We played chicken with the car.
I'm like, I'm not fucking moving.
It was like, dude, I'm on my second marathon in 2 days. Fucking hit me.
Yeah.
We were really angry. We were really angry Philly girls at that point in time.
I was very angry. As a matter of fact, there was a lot of bird shot. I think I have pictures of me shooting the bird across the finish line.
Yeah, we do.
I have pictures after we got our medals, shooting our bird at the finish line with holding the medals.
Yep. We
were angry. What was the other thing?
The other thing was when we crossed the finish line.
I forget this.
The person didn't know anything about the I-35 medals and didn't know where the medals were. So you and I stood there following this person around for quite a while until she went and found the I-35 medals. So we were like, this is such bullshit. It was just really poorly done. Whether it was a communication gap between leadership and the volunteers, weird coordination of, timing. I don't know, but I remember that somebody pointed out that the race director
was at the
bar.
And
apparently was was drinking, and you and I had a couple glasses of wine in us, and I was like, nothing good is going to come out of me going over there and talking to this person. But I really want to. But I did. It was a couple weeks later. I did take the time to write a very professional.
Fuck you.
Well, yeah. It was like, dude, kind of get your stuff together,
Yeah.
And the fact that this was not, our first race. I think this was our 41st marathon or something like that.
Something like that.
And and it just the back end of that, just one hit after another. And and I took a couple weeks to kind of let stuff marinate because I didn't know whether or not everything felt spicy to me because hey, I'm really emotional right now. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
That type of thing. But no, I mean, we've run 72 marathons now.
Yes.
And that still was probably the worst.
Next to Hartford.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I go back to what we have talked about before. If you're going to have a race cutoff that is 7 hours, I understand that your course needs to shut down at some point. Totally get that. I know resources need to be put away. Volunteers need to go home. I understand all of that. But if your cutoff is 7 hours, then the least you can do is make sure that you're covered to at least 7:15. Just because there is a hit or miss period of time.
Yeah.
That's the same with all of the amenities at the end of a race. If your 7 hour cutoff is, you should at least give me 15 minutes to grab a beer, which their shit at the end of their race too is beer and pizza.
Yes.
Kind of like Ocean City, Maryland. I'm like, I don't know if they have anything gluten-free. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But beer and pizza is not like a lot of options.
Yeah, and it just, it's like there are a lot of people
We didn't
with food
see
allergies.
Who knows?
And
We never saw beer and pizza.
No,
Did you?
we did not see the beer and the pizza.
No. It was long
No,
gone.
because it was all shut down by the time we came across the finish line. That
So-
was the other one as well.
Yeah. So here's my thing.
Wah.
Don't say that your cutoff is 7 hours. You need to make it 6:30. 1 or 2. You have an 8 a.m. start time. That's freaking late.
Yeah.
Make a 7 a.m. early start time, especially if you have I-35 challengers out there.
Or accommodate like an early start, like an
Yes,
optional.
an early start. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah,
like a
yeah,
7 a.m.
yeah.
early start.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Because you're starting at 8 a.m. That's
yeah,
pretty
they
late.
were just, and I didn't just like complain in the letter to the race director. I also gave, some suggestions as well. And then the reasons why, because you look at the end of the day, especially at the end when the car was like coming at us, that was not safe.
Yeah.
It wasn't safe. And, you want to make sure as a race director that people who start your race finish your race.
Yeah.
And that's your responsibility.
Yep.
So, or at least to provide the parameters by which somebody can be safe. I mean,
Yes.
because people make their own stupid decisions
True.
on stuff. But so we finished this one. We kind of, we were proud of ourselves, but I think I know when you and I went out to dinner, we were just like, what the fuck was that?
Yes.
It just I don't know. It just kind of left like a little bit of I thought we would be like crying and jumping up and down and
Like, oh
stuff.
my God, we
and
just
we were
did the most amazing thing.
Fuck you, so yeah, and again, we have not kept track of the Des Moines, Iowa marathon since then, and whether or not things have kind of rectified themselves.
I hope they have.
I hope
And
they
if
have.
they have, please let us know because I would like other
because
people
we'll never
to know.
run that race again.
Yeah. Again, we're going back. We're going to do Cedar Rapids.
Which
is
Iowa.
hopefully not the same race director.
Well, if it is, I think we're interviewing the Cedar Rapids race director. So that'll be a really good spicy interview if it's the same person. So
Well,
anyway,
let's hope not.
let's hope not. It's for that person's sake, not for our sake.
So that night we did go out to dinner at Court Avenue Brewing
That
Company.
would be really funny, wouldn't it?
so crazy. Yeah, so that night we went to eat at Court Avenue Brewing Company.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was tasty.
Yeah.
It was just kind of brewery
And
food.
close. We
Yes.
could walk to that. It was nice and easy.
And it was nice because the Capitol was right behind you.
And they had a lovely little
Outdoor
street
area.
Yeah, street eating, like a little cafe kind of. It was cute. Yeah. Liked it a lot.
I like that a lot as well.
You left early. Again, I think this was an early departure for you in the morning.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And I lingered.
Yeah.
I lingered a whole day.
You lingered a
Des
whole
Moines.
day because I had been to Des Moines a gazillion times, and I was like, I'm not lingering in Des Moines, so I wanted to get home.
Yeah, I lingered. I had a really cool breakfast at Railroad Bill's.
Say that fast a couple of times.
Railroad Bill's. I can't.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did partake in a flight at Trogs Brewing. On the way. Before I got
On the
here.
way here. Oh, damn, girl.
It was delicious. Anyway, I digress. That was really cool because it had like country style breakfasts that were delicious,
Oh,
and then
nice.
they had like a little antique flea market thing
Okay,
off to the side.
okay.
So it was kind of an interesting thing to visit. Headed over to the Capitol building for a tour. Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is really pretty. Highly recommend that. And I went to the Blank Park Zoo, which was super.
It's an odd name for a zoo.
Yeah.
Blank Park.
Blank Park. Yeah.
What do you think we should name it? I
Blank.
don't know. Blank.
Park. Something park. Blank.
Blank.
I don't know.
Somebody left it blank, and then they were like, "That's the name of the park. It's
Blank.
Blank Park Zoo." I don't know why. All right. What do you remember? What kind of animals they had in there?
Just basic stuff. I think I saw like kangaroos.
Okay.
Stuff like
They had
that.
a pig.
I don't know. It was cute. I hung around and then I flew out.
All right. Well, the funny thing with the race swag, because usually Lori and I very distinctly, we recall all of our swag. This one, neither of us can remember what the hell the Des Moines, Iowa,
And I keep
marathon
everything.
Shirt. Yeah, I don't keep everything. In fact, I today when we were donning our shirts, I'm wearing our mile 20 sweatshirt. I couldn't find my I-35 finisher shirt, and I swear I kept it. I think it's down in Maryland because I think I brought it down there for like a Bobo shirt.
Yeah. I searched through all my little shirts today.
Yeah.
Could not find at all Des Moines.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it looks like, what color it was.
But now you have like
logo.
that they hand out a puffy vest.
A puffer vest.
Yeah, that's kind of different.
That's what they're saying they're doing these days, which I think would be nice. I don't know how masculine that is for the men. Like I can see a girl wearing a puffer vest, but I don't know how many men would wear a puffer vest.
I don't know.
Maybe
I'm
just being sexist.
I don't know. But then the medals were meh as
they
well.
Were, yeah.
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 Yeah, they're ceramic, and it had a.
And why does it have a hole at the bottom?
Does it really?
Is that for? Yeah. Oh, and it was the 20th.
Oh, that was the 20th.
Was it the 20th?
Oh.
Yeah, I think we ran the 20th. Yep.
We both got our glasses on and we're like looking at it like, huh?
I can't see it, Marge.
See it. It's so small. That's what she said.
What the hell does that say? Yeah, it's like cartoon characters on a ceramic thing in the shape of Iowa.
Yeah, it's like a male and a female
I mean,
runners on it.
The ribbon's kind of nice, except it has the same stuff. So
yeah.
I really like the I-35 challenge stuff, though.
Yeah. I like the medal that we got for that once they found them.
It's well, Maggie said they're very Mile 20-esque. So it's like the shirt, the Mile 20 shirt was really cool. It's a long sleeve and kind of that cottony texture.
Like the soft
so it's
cotton.
Soft.
Yeah.
And then it was like a green medal, the I-35 challenge, and it had a rotating thing at the bottom in yellow that said challenge or finisher. And it has both Kansas City Marathon and Des Moines Marathon on it. So it's super cute. I like that medal.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Laura. I was super proud of the two of us for doing this, and this is when, and I don't know if we've ever mentioned this, but like everybody has like group chats and stuff like that. Well, we have a group chat with Lori and I and our husbands, and I don't think at that point in time like it was named anything.
No.
And didn't have a picture. It was just the four of us, right? And somehow that day, it was either Dave or Jim went and said, like, you guys have lady balls, like for doing what you just did. So that now is the name of our chat group. And I found these like little pink, what do you call it? They're like bath balls, the bath bombs. They're pink bath bombs, but they look like two balls. They're pink balls. And that's the picture that we have for our group chat. So we are the lady balls.
Lady balls. Very nice.
Which I feel like we earned that.
For sure.
We definitely did. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to Iowa, but going to Cedar Rapids because again, you and I have not been there. Now, we signed up for that in June. Do we want to give like a little bit of a teaser of the other races? Because we got another race coming up here in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're doing the Delaware Running Festival on April 19th.
Wilmington, Delaware. So that's going to be a little hilly. So that's why we went and focused on some hills the other day. So we've been actually tracking doing a marathon a month since August.
September?
When did we do Madoc?
September. Yeah.
So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That'll be 8 months in a row that we've done marathons.
And we're kind of hoping that by doing the Delaware Running Festival, we're able to give you guys kind of a perspective between Rehoboth and that event. Yes. Maybe be able to steer you, like if you're looking for this, you might want to do this one or that one. So I'm kind of interested in seeing a different perspective because we did the same race twice already in Delaware.
I totally.
So we're on our third round in Delaware now.
Yes, and then yes. So then we're taking well, we've run how many in Philly and
we're
Florida
like
and everything,
right?
But we're taking the month of May off because I have to unfortunately get nasal surgery. I got some stuff going on. I have a hole in my nose. I think I might have mentioned that a couple of episodes ago. So I have to get some surgery done in my nose. This going to put me out of commission just for a little bit. We pray. And then we'll get back into it in June. Mm-hmm. And June, we are running the
Cedar Rapids
in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then in July, we're running the Mad Marathon in Waitsfield, Vermont. And you said that this one's on somebody's list of favorite marathons.
This one happens to be Bart Yasso, he was part of Runner's World magazine. He's also part of the Yasso 800 something. It's a track workout to kind of figure out your marathon pacing. He's, pretty popular. He has a book out that's like 100 runs of a lifetime, and the Mad Marathon is actually part of his 100 runs of a lifetime.
I was very happy to hear that because you and I both love Vermont, just being out in like kind of more rural areas and stuff. So this one, I'm looking forward to this one.
And I feel like hopefully mid-July black fly season will be over.
That would be really great.
Because I was like, hopefully Vermont doesn't have black fly season like that around X.
I'm praying they don't. Otherwise, we're going to be running with like freaking like nets all over our heads.
Yeah.
And then we are headed back to Rachel, Nevada in August.
Yeah, baby.
And Rachel, Nevada.
We're not driving out there this time.
We're not driving out there. But Rachel, Nevada is where they have the extraterrestrial midnight marathon. And you run a marathon actually on the extraterrestrial highway right outside of Area 51. If you want to catch, we did that a bunch of episodes ago.
Yeah.
That was during COVID, and that was a freaking blast. So
it'll be fun to see the difference.
It will.
Between a COVID year and a non-COVID
but girl,
year.
I am not staying at the little Alien. Like,
nor are we going to have a camper with no shower and bathroom.
But I looked at like lodging around there, and it's nil. So we might be driving. So that one you and I need to work on together.
Yeah. And then September, of course, we have Berlin.
Yeah. So really, like, what our goal has been is like if we just keep running a marathon like each month, like we won't have to like do more training, like or start training from scratch.
Yes.
Because we're still training, but we're not training from scratch.
Don't do as we do, kids.
Yeah. How far are you running this weekend?
I have no idea.
I think I was going to run a 6-miler this weekend.
Are we tapering? Question mark? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we taper?
Yeah. It's like, we did 2 12s.
Oh wait, no. I'm backpacking this weekend, so I'm actually walking 30 miles.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good.
Well, I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico this weekend.
No, I'm putting 30 miles on my legs this
weekend.
All right. Well, so I think I'm good. Check.
There's no taper there. So well, listen. We're so happy y'all joined us to hear us close out the I-35 challenge. Look, if you're an avid marathoner and you're like, wow, this is like something else, like seriously, you can do it.
Absolutely.
You can do a double. It's great when you do it with somebody else because where you might just go and mentally say screw this, and you got the other person depending on you. So don't think that you can't do it. I mean, we're too I'm not going to say we're old biddies, but yes,
wings.
There we go. You can do it. You can do it. We would love for you guys to check out our socials. We are on Instagram and Facebook. Also, we record on video each week, so you can see Lori's lovely green shirt and her without makeup on today. Looking great, girl. And next week, we will cover the Flying Pig Marathon from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hell yeah.
And I think this is one of those races that we're going to go back and do it again.
Fuck yeah.
Right? So I think we might be talking about burgers next week.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we'll be talking about burgers.
The burgers in Cincinnati.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god. That was so good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
You know what else is good?
What?
Making mile 20 a bitch this week.
Peace out.